In today's video, we're going to talk about how do you design custom data labels for your chart. These data labels are going to add a lot of insight, but also they will look pretty slick on your charts. We're going to create them using tabular editor and a bit of fields parameter. No further ado, let's get started. All right, I'm in Power BI. That's where I have created a very simple looking bar chart right here. We have a couple of products here and a slicer to play around with. Now, if you take a look at this chart, there is nothing fancy about it. The labels are also pretty straightforward. However, as soon as I click on the custom label slicer right here, the label starts to appear in a different way. I can get to see what my sales value is. I can get to see what an icon is that represents a growth or a fall. And it also shows me how much percentage have I grown on that particular product from the last year. All the blue ones right here represent growth, and all the red ones right here represent a fall or a decline in the product growth. Now, this is pretty interesting. Now, we'll take a look at how do we build a chart like this. We're going to use tabular editor to be able to create a chart like this, because tabular editor exposes you a property which is the ability to write DAX to format your calculations. Now, there are three important parts to this calculation before we jump onto tabular editor. The first part, if I take a look at this custom data label, the first part is going to be displaying the sales value as it is. That's part one. The second part is displaying some sort of icon, which is part number 2. And part number 3 is going to be this particular calculation, which is nothing but the growth calculation. There is also a hidden part of this entire chart, which is that tomorrow, if I don't really want to display my total sales in this particular chart, I can also pick up any other calculation to display in the chart. I can maybe pick up commission. So I now take a look at the commission. I can display total units, and I can now take a look at the total units. Again, the three parts are essential apart from choosing the calculation, which is nothing but the value itself, the icon, and the growth or degrowth, right? Now let's just actually jump over to tabular editor and start building this chart. All right, I'm in tabular editor and I'm working with tabular editor 3. In case you're on the older version of tabular editor, this is still going to work just as good. Now, the first thing that I do is once I get to tabular editor, I'm gonna maybe create a calculation group. In case you don't know what calculation groups are and you've never worked with them, I'll link up a video that I've done in the past on calculation groups. You should take a look at that. Now, I go to the tables right here, I create, and I say that I would want to create a calculation group. I have already created one. I called that calculation group as chart labels. That was step number 1. In step number 2, within that calculation group, I created a calculation item. So I right click on the calculation group and I say create, and I say that I'd like to create a calculation item. In that particular calculation item, which I called it as custom label, I created an expression which is nothing but selected measure. What does it exactly mean? This selected measure is going to do whatever calculation the user has selected in the slicer. So note that we have a slicer right here, and the user has the ability to pick up any of the three calculations. The user can pick up total sales, the user can pick up commission, or the user can pick up total units. Now, what this means is that just do whatever calculation that the user is selecting. That's part 1. Now, the calculation is going to be done. It's going to be up and running. That's okay. But however, our objective is to chase the data label or the format of the calculation and display something else, not really the number. So I just go over and I change the expression to format string expression, and this exposes me to another window, which is where I can write a bit of DAX to creatively format what do I want to display on top of the screen. Now take a look. Just as the way that I described, there are three essential parts of the chart. Part number 1 is nothing but the value. Part number 2 is the icon. Part number 3 is the growth. And that is exactly how I have divided my entire calculation. In the first part right here, I first describe what the metric is. You can see that this is nothing but the metric, which is nothing but the selected measure. Then I talk about growth, and here is the growth calculation. I will not really take you through the entire calculation. You can take a look at that. It's nothing that complicated. And the growth calculation is simple. I am just taking my current year, dividing that by last year minus 1. This gives me the growth percentage. Then I calculate the icon. Now the growth value could probably give you a positive number, or it could give you a negative number. So I went on the internet and I found a couple of emojis. In case the growth is negative, which is less than 0, then I put a negative emoji or a down emoji. In case the growth is positive, then I put an up arrow emoji. In case the growth is like a blank, it's no growth, then I just maybe put like a nothing, like a blank quotation marks. All right, once I have calculated all of the three elements in isolation, I then combine them all. So first is nothing but the calculation, the second is nothing but the icon, and the third is nothing but the growth. And that's all about it. Once you kind of do this little calculation right here and you save it, Power BI is going to ask you to refresh your model, and you will start to see the calculation group that you have created within your Power BI. Now take a look. Here is the chart labels calculation group that we created. There's a single column in here, name, and from that name column, I'm going to build this particular slicer right here. Now, as soon as I click on the slicer, the labels start to get formatted. This is pretty interesting. All right, the next thing is to create this particular slicer, which lets us select the calculation that we would like to see in our chart. How do I do that? Now, this is created by something called as fields parameters. In case you don't know about field parameters, I'm going to link up a video from a couple of people and you can take a look at how field parameters work. But real quick, this is how it's done. So I jump over to the modeling tab and I create a new parameter and I say that I'd like to create a fields parameter. What I'm essentially trying to do is I'm trying to collect a bunch of measures that I have written and make a slicer out of that so that I can pick and choose the calculation that I would want to display in my chart. Now, what do? I pick up 3 calculations to begin with, which is nothing but my total sales, commission, and new units. I'm just going to go over and say, hey, I'm looking at total sales, that's 1. Then total units, that's number 2, and commission, that is number 3. Now, once I do that, I give my table a relevant name and I say that I would want to add a slicer on the screen. I click on create. This is going to place a slicer on my screen, something like this. Now, I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to click on cancel. And once you kind of get the slicer on the screen, this is also going to add a table in your Power BI model. So you can see that this particular slicer is linked with this selected calculation fields parameter that I have created. Now, pretty awesome. The only part which is going to be missing is that you need to connect the slicer with the visual that we have created. Otherwise, there is no flowing of the calculation into this particular visual. How do I do that? It's ridiculously simple. Take this particular visual and in the x-axis of the visual right here, I'm going to take my selected calculation, which is nothing but one of the columns right here, and I'm going to drop it right here. Now this is going to reflect whatever is selected in the slicer right here. So if the user picks up commission, it shows commission. If the user picks up units, it actually shows your units. And of course, you have the fancy labels on top of that. This is pretty awesome. All right, that's been it. Customizing data labels of the chart. Let me know what you think about this and if you found this tutorial helpful. In case you have any questions around this, feel free to drop in a comment and I will be glad to reply. In the end, I'd like to give a big shout about my DAX and my Power Query courses. In case you're starting out with your journey with Power BI and DAX and Power Query seem hard, you'd like to master these concepts and fundamentals first and then proceed on to solving more challenging, more difficult problems, even of your own data, I'd highly recommend that you take a look at my courses. It's going to be super, super awesome. Thanks so much for sticking around all this while, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers. Bye.